Cambridge International School, the SUA. In this video, I am going to discuss chapter number 8, quadrilateral, some beginning questions of exercise 8.1.
Example number 6 at page number 145, chapter 8 quadrilateral. Example is here given A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral, given that A, B, C, D is a parallelogram and P and Q are the midpoints of side A, B and C, D respectively, and P and Q, point P and Q are the midpoints, right? Midpoints of the sides AB and CD respectively. So here we have to show that three things. First one, that APCQ. So here we have to join with A with Q, right? A with Q we will join and Q with B. Similarly, we will join here D with P and P with C. So here join A with D with P and the point P with C. Right? So here these points, this point is called point S and this point is called point R, right? So here example 6 we have first part, that is we have to show that APCQ is a parallelogram. This is also a parallelogram, right? Second, again we have to prove second part, that is DPBQ. This is your DPBQ is also a parallelogram, right? And the third part, again we want to prove PSQR is a parallelogram. PQ, that SR, this is PSQR. PSQR is also a parallelogram. So I hope the question is clear to you. Figure is here in the book, also the figure is given. So we will apply a very simple that statement which we have learned yesterday. That is, if a pair of the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, then that quadrilateral is a parallelogram. So here already we have given A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. So what we have? We have AB is equal to CD and AB is parallel to CD. Similarly, AD is parallel to BC and AD is equal to BC. Means opposite sides of a parallelogram, they are equal and parallel. So to prove this AP equal to this QC, here we can start the solution. We know that AB is parallel to CD and AB is equal to CD. Now if AB is equal to CD, we can write that this implies that half of AB is equal to half of CD, right? When equal are divided in equal, the parts they are also equal. So what is AP? So AP is half of AB. This implies that AP is equal to your QC. QC and DQ, they are the half of CD. So it is equal to QC. And already these are parallel, because if AB, CD are parallel, so AP is parallel to QC. Now what we have? We have the pair of sides of a quadrilateral here, that is APCQ. APCQ, a pair of sides, the opposite pair of the sides of a quadrilateral, they are equal and parallel. Therefore, this is the sufficient condition to say, therefore, APCQ is a quadrilateral. Sorry, this quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Right? So I hope it is clear why it is a parallelogram, because opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are, you can write opposite sides are equal and parallel. Right? The opposite sides, AP is equal to QC, this AP is equal to QC, and AP is parallel to QC, because already AB and CD, they are parallel, right? So this is about the first part, which is to show that APCQ is a parallelogram. Similarly, DP, this is now DPBQ. So same, half of AB, that is your PB, because AP and PB, they are equal. So here we can write, similarly, second part, we can write that PB, this is your, one is your, this PB and another is DQ, right? So they are equal and parallel. One is your DQ is equal to your PB, and on the same hand, your DQ is parallel to your PB. Same opposite sides, if they are equal and parallel, therefore your this DPBQ, the quadrilateral DP, this is now DPBQ, is a parallelogram, right? Now if these points are S and R, now we want to prove that PSRQ is also parallelogram, right? The third part. Now how to prove this PSQR? This PS, one is PSQR. So here from first we have proved that APCQ is a parallelogram. So what we have? We have AQ, we can start here that AQ, as AQ is parallel to PC. AQ is parallel to PC. This is the another pair of the opposite sides. So if AQ is parallel to PC, it means the S is the point on the same side. So SQ, this implies that your SQ, this SQ is also parallel to your PR. This one, and second we have from the second, this is from the one, right? From the first part, and from the second part we have DP. This DP is parallel to your BQ. Now if DP is parallel to BQ, why it is parallel? Because here DPBQ is a parallelogram. So opposite sides of a parallelogram, they are always equal and parallel. So here we have, if DP is parallel to, so we can write that SP is parallel to your QR. So we have the both pair, the opposite pair of a quadrilateral, they are parallel to each other, right? So if the opposite pairs of the quadrilateral, they are parallel to each other, therefore we can write that this PSQR is also a parallelogram, right? So this is about your example number 6. So let's start with some of the questions from exercise 8.1. Yesterday we have discussed the first question. So today again, let's recapitulate this question. Question 1 says, if the angle of a quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13, if the angle of the quadrilateral are in the ratio 3:5:9:13, find all the angles. Exercise, it is 8.1. Let's recapitulate question number 1, which we have discussed. It says that if the angles of a quadrilateral, if the angles of a quadrilateral are in the ratio that is 3:5:9:13, right? So find all these angles. So we know the sum of all 4 angles of a quadrilateral, that is always 360. So let the angles are 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x. Sum of all these is 360. So this implies that what we have? We have 8, 17 and 13, that is 30x is equal to 360, and here 0 with 0. So what is x? X is 12. So value of x, if x is equal to 12, so what are the angles? So first angle, that is therefore 3x, that is 3 into 12. So here it is 36 degree. First angle is 36. Next is 5x, that is 5 into 12, that is 60 degree. Similarly 9 of x, that is 9 into 12, right? So that is 108, right? 9 to the 18, 1, so 9 10. And last is that 13x, so 13 into 12, that is 156. And if we add all these total, the total of all 4 angles, that is always 360 degree. So this is all about question number 1 of the exercise 8.1, right? So now we have the question number 2. The question number 2 is, if the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle, right? So I hope this question I have discussed yesterday also. Now come to the question number 2. Question number 2, question number 2 states that if the diagonals of a parallelogram, question number 2, if the diagonal of a parallelogram, if the diagonal of a parallelogram, right? If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. It is a rectangle. Right? So here we will proceed with the parallelogram, and we will take the parallelogram in which the diagonals are equal. So here, if the diagonals of the parallelogram are equal, if we have a parallelogram, right? Let's take now this is a parallelogram A, B, C, D. Now it is very important to note down here. Don't take it as a rectangle first. We want to prove it a rectangle. What are the properties of a rectangle? Rectangle is also a parallelogram, but all the angles, 4 angles, they are 90 degree. So here what we have given that BD and AC, they are equal. So here, let this point is point O, where they intersect, and we know the properties of a parallelogram, that the diagonals of the parallelogram, they bisect each other. Means this side DO is equal to BO and this AO is equal to OC. But here when we have given that AC is equal to your BD. Now what we have, the half, therefore their half must be equal. This implies that your all AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to DO. Right? Because AC is equal to BD, diagonals of the parallelogram are equal. So their half must be equal. So what we have, AO is equal to BO is equal to CO is equal to, all they are equal. Now, in order to prove any angle, angle A, angle B, angle C, D, we want to prove that one angle that is 90 degree. So how to prove it? Let's consider in triangle AOC, triangle that is, one is AOC, another is triangle AOD. Why I am taking these two triangles only? Because I want to prove angle A is 90 degree. If angle A is 90, the parallelogram angle C must be 90. And angle B, they are co-interior angles. In parallelogram, the sum of the adjacent angle is always 180 degree. So here let me take this angle. These two sides are equal. The angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Confirm. What is it? Angle 1 and angle 2 are equal because it is isosceles triangle. So what we have? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. On the same hand, we have angle 3. That is angle 3 here. And angle 4, they are also equal. Angle 3 and angle 4, they are, right? In this triangle, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. And we want to write the reason why they are equal, because both are isosceles triangle. Both are isosceles triangle. Right? Both are isosceles triangle. Right? Now, in these two triangles, already we have chosen two angles. One is angle 1 is equal to 2, 3 is equal to 4. Now, if we are taking, let this angle is 5 and this angle is 6. This is also a linear pair because DB is a So we have angle 1 plus 2 plus 6 is equal to 180 and angle 3 plus 4 plus 5 that is also 180, right? So actually we want to prove here angle 3 plus 1 is 90 degree. So here you can take one, we can write here that angle 5 plus 6 that is also 180 degree. That is a linear pair of angle. And angle, we can start with angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 6 that is also 180, angle sum property. And angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 that is also, why? Both angle sum property of a triangle, angle sum property of a triangle, right? Now we have all the ingredients to prove the angle A90. So sum of these two triangles, all these 6 angles is 180 plus 180 that is 360, right? So here if I am writing angle 1 plus angle 2, right? And angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 plus 180, right? So what is angle 5 plus 6? That is 180. So 180 and 180 get cancelled. And here in this step, so this implies that we have this 1 and 2. These two angles are same. So here 1 plus 2 we can write twice of angle 1. Here we can write twice of angle 3 and 4. We can choose 3 and plus 5 plus 6 that is 180. So 180 and 180 get cancelled. We have left with 180 degree. So what is 2? We can take common. Angle 1 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Again 2 ones are 2, that is 90. So therefore what is angle 1 plus 3? Angle 1 plus 3 is angle A, which is equal to 90 degree. If in a parallelogram, if one angle is 90 degree, that means that parallelogram is a rectangle, right? If angle A is 90, B must be 90, C, and all angles are. So it is sufficient to prove any one angle that is 90 degree. So we can prove in same B or C. So therefore, we can write that therefore ABCD is a rectangle, right? Here, therefore, this angle is equal to angle B is equal to angle C is equal to angle D. Because opposite angles, they are equal, and the adjacent angles, their sum is 180 degree. So 90, another must be, B must be 90 degree. So this is a very simple question, right? We are using the angle sum property of a triangle. Here, we are using the very simple concept, adding all these angles and making the pair. Then we are interested here that angle 1 plus 3, this angle is 90 degree, and we have proved. Question number 3 of exercise 8.1 states that show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral, they bisect each other at right angle, then that quadrilateral is a rhombus, right? If the diagonals of, it is question number 3 statement, if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angle, then it is a rhombus. Right? So how to prove it? First, we have to take the diagonals. Okay? If a quadrilateral is, let one is your AC, and let this is the midpoint here, and another is So here this angle is given 90 degree, one is given 90, right? And here this side and this side they are equal, right? Let one is, this point is A, this is C. Here let this point is O here. All these angles must be now 90, 90, 90. It is given that AO is equal to OC and OB is equal to OD, right? OB, diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angle. This is the right angle. So all these are 99 degree. Now if we join, to prove that we have to show that ABCD is a rhombus. Means if we join AB, right? If we join here AB and DC, similarly B with C and A with D, this all these sides we want to prove that AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. That is the rhombus. All four sides of the quadrilateral they are equal. So to prove here, what we want to prove? We want to prove that ABCD is a rhombus, right? ABCD is a rhombus, right? So here we can choose any two triangle, right? First we can choose, let this triangle is 1, this triangle is 2, and these two triangle, in triangle one is AOB and another is triangle that is COB. AOB, COB. What we have? We have one angle. See, we have AO is equal to CO, right? And angle that is AOB is equal to angle COB. Each 90 degree. Each 90 degree. Now the side OB, this is OB, is equal to OB. It is common side. This side is the common side and it is given here. AO is, this is given. It is given in the question. So what we have, therefore, the triangle that is AOB is congruent to triangle COB. Triangle AOB, they are, now if triangles are congruent, then what we can prove? We can prove by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle say that if AB, this is your AB is equal to your BC or CD, right? This is the first. Similarly, we can go for triangle 1, let this triangle is 3, 2 and 3 and this triangle is 4. So similarly, what we have, triangle that is BOC. Here, which rule we are applying? This is very important to write. That is side angle side. By side angle side rule of congruence. So here also triangle that is BOC and DOC are congruent by side angle side rule. Same OB and OD they are equal, angle 90-90 and OC is common here. Similarly, now if CPCD says, this CPCD says here, CPCD says that BC is equal to your CD or DC. BC is equal. And similarly, on the same hand, same round, if triangle, similarly, what we can write? Triangle that is DOC is congruent to triangle. This is congruent to triangle that one is DOC, right? Or here, then DOA. Or we can write here COD and AOD, whatever name you want. If you want to write, you can write here like COD or here you can write AOD like alphabetically. Okay, so that is one and same thing. Here these triangles are also congruent by side angle side rule of congruence, and by CPCT what we have? By CPCT we have CD and AD, they are equal. AD is equal to CD. So let's take that this is 1, right? This is 2 and this is the third. From 1, 2 and 3, from equation 1, 2 and 3, what we have? We have AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Or you can write that ABCD is a rhombus. Right? So this is all about the question number 3. The diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. Here ABCD is a quadrilateral and here AC and BD bisect each other at 90 degree. Right? Bisect means AO is equal to CO and BO is equal to DO. So we have proved first triangle 1, triangle 2 congruent, right, by side angle side rule. Now CPCT says AB is equal to BC. Let this is equation number 1. Similarly, triangle 2 times triangle 3, that is BOC and DOC by side angle side rule. BC is equal to. So here what we have? First we have proved that AB is equal to BC. Then we have proved the side that is BC is by CPCT. BC is equal to CD, and then we have proved that CD is equal to AD. So this is all about this question number 3, right? So I hope you have understood it. Now question number 4 of exercise 8.1. Statement is, show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at 90 degree. So here the statement of question is, show that the diagonal of a square are always equal and bisect each other at 90 degree or at a right angle, right? We can use or at a right angle. So how to prove this? For any square, we know all angles are 90 degree and all sides, they are of the same length. If this is a side, the angle is what? 90 degree, and the sides, they are of the same length. Let ABCD is the square. ABCD is a square. So what is given? Given here ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square. If it is a square, so all 4 angles ABCD, they are of 90, 90. This angle must be 90. This is 90. All angles are 90, and all sides. If it is a square, it means AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. All 4 sides are equal, and what we have? Angle A is equal to angle B. C. All 4 angles, they are of 90 degree each. This is a property of a square. Now to prove, what do we want to prove here? We want to prove first that the diagonals AC is equal to BD first, and second that they bisect. Now they bisect at right angle. So when we join this A with C, right? This is, and B with D. First, we want to prove these two diagonals are equal, right? And second, this angle, let O is the point of the center. This angle we want to prove 90 degree. Like angle AOB. Angle AOB is what? 90 degree. So we want to prove that second angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. Any angle BOC or any angle, if one angle is 90, so other angle they must be 90. Linear pair constructed vertically opposite angles. So here the first one, how to prove AC and BD? We can take two triangles, right? To prove first part, right? In triangle one is, we can take ABD, one is ABD, and another triangle we can take, one is BAC. So in these two triangles, what we have? First, we have AB is equal to BA, right? Let me write on that side. In these two triangles, first AB is equal to BA, the side that is common side. Second, angle A in this triangle is equal to angle B, each 90 degree, right? And the side that is AD and BC are equal. Side AD is equal to side BC or CB. Triangle ABD side AD side and BC, they are equal. Okay, sides of a square. Sides of square. We know the sides of square are equal. Now this is side angle side rule. Therefore, triangle, these two triangles ABD is congruent to triangle that is BAC. And by simplicity, what we have? By simplicity, their corresponding parts are, that is AC is equal to BD. This is AC and this is BD. So here we have BD is equal to AC. So this is the first part, proof for the first part, right? How we have chosen? We have chosen, one is the triangle ABD, right? One triangle we have chosen, this is ABD, ABD, and another triangle we have chosen, that is BAC. So here one is 90 degree, this side that is a common side, and this is also the side of square. So by side angle side, here it is very important to write by side angle side rule of congruence. And by simplicity, what we have? We have these sides, that is BD and AC, they are equal, right? Now the next part, we are now interested to prove angle AOB or this any of the angle 90 degree, right? And here, now if these diagonals are equal, so diagonals, square is also a special case of parallelogram. Diagonals will definitely bisect each other, right? So if diagonals are equal, diagonals they bisect each other, right? So here, now what we have? We have these triangles, all four triangles, they are congruent by side rule. By side rule of congruency. This. So, but we are interested to prove this angle 90, angle AOB. So we can take, this is triangle 1 and this is triangle 2. So triangle 1 and triangle 2 here, triangle that is one is AOB is congruent to triangle that is AOB, and we can choose here either COB or whatever way we can write COB, because it will be always congruent, because side and this AB with AB CB. So we can write either BOC or COB, both it will be same. By which rule? By side rule of congruency, right? Now we have, let this angle and this angle, this is a linear pair of angle. Bicyclicity, what we have? Bicyclicity, angle that is AOB, angle AOB is equal to angle COB. But here this angle AOB plus angle COB is equal to 180 degree. That is the linear pair of angle. Or here we can write twice of angle AOB because both are the same angle. So in place of COB I can write AOB. AOB plus AOB is twice of AOB is equal to 180 degree. So we have the angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. So this is all about this question, that this angle is now 90 degree. If this angle is 90, so all these four angles, they must be of 90 degree. Vertically opposite angle, linear pair of angles, right? So question number 4, that is show that diagonals of a square are equal. So we have proved that the diagonals of the square, they are equal and they bisect each other at right angle, right? They bisect each other at right angle. Why bisect? Because square is also a parallelogram, rectangle is also a parallelogram, right? So here this is all about question number 4. Question number 5 is almost the same statement in the reverse way. So tomorrow we will, in class, we will take question number 5. Okay, the remaining question we will take tomorrow. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Okay, and these questions are important one. So go through and please, your representation, it should be nice one. Okay, so with this, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless you.